Welcome to episode 156 of Beyond the Brick. I'm Joshua Hanlon.
And I'm Matthew Kay.
And this episode of Beyond the Brick is brought to you by Brickmania.com. And for a limited time, receive 15% off all artillery kits at Brickmania.com. So if you're looking for some smaller accessories for maybe a larger military mock you're working on, you can get 15% off all artillery kits at Brickmania.com. And I'll have a link to them in the description if you want to check them out. And tonight on the show, we're very happy to have Lars Troost joining us. He is 27 years old, a student, and a member of Lowlug. So thank you for joining us on the show tonight, Lars.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to be on.
And if you just want to start off by talking a little bit about Lowlug and some of the shows they do and kind of what goes on there.
Yeah. So Lowlug is the Dutch lug from the Netherlands. A little tiny country in Europe. It was founded back in 2004, so we only last year celebrated the 10th anniversary. And it's the online community for many of the Dutch AFOLs. There's a very big Lego community in the Netherlands, so there's also a lot of other smaller initiatives online. But yeah, I guess this is the main lug, and I just checked, and we have now about a little over 1,400 registered forum members, and then
Wow.
Speaking of active members, I can't really tell, but yeah, it's a decent size to all keep some discussions on several topics going, and it's not as huge as Eurobricks, but it's for the Netherlands, it's quite nice.
No, excuse me. It targets specifically the Netherlands, right?
The Netherlands and the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
We have a few Belgian members from the Flemish part of Belgium. So so anybody that can speak Dutch or write Dutch, you're more than welcome. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So that's kind of a whole website there just to yourselves. You kind of keep with the community and the whole country going there. What types of events do you guys usually do? Do you all try to get together at one large event each year, or how does that work?
Just from Lowlug, we have about 3 meetings, we call them, per year, and they're only for Lowlug members or registered members. The membership, by the way, is not doesn't have to be a paid membership, so anybody can subscribe to the forums. And if you want, you can visit the meetings. We have about 3 of them, and we try to kind of strategically have one each time in a different place in the Netherlands, so that will be easy for everybody to visit. But then again, in the Netherlands, you're never more than about 2 hours away from any place. So.
You're always within a decent, not too far of a drive then, so that works pretty well.
Yeah. So every time we have a meeting, I go to all of them because it's easy to get to. And then of course we have one big event in the Netherlands each year, and that is the Lego World event. It's organized one Lego World.
Lego World. Is it Lego World Zwolle?
Zwolle. Oh yeah.
Zwolle?
It used to
Okay.
be Zwolle.
All right.
True. All right. You did your research.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. It started off in Zwolle in the over there, and now last 2 years it's in Utrecht. It's the most central city in the Netherlands, so that's even more strategic. And for the last couple of years, it's been growing. So it's a 7-day event.
7-day event.
Yeah, 7 days.
Wow.
And it's basically 100% the visitors event. Last year we had some AFOL activities, but that's not a lot. So it opens at, I think, 10 a.m. and it closes at 4 or 5 p.m. and it's visitors all day.
And it's an officially sanctioned event by the Lego company, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe for the last 2 years they haven't really been sharing visitor information, but it's around 10,000 visitors a day. So that's
So like 70,000 over the duration of the event, almost.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, that is significant. My goodness.
yeah. I think it's fun. Last year was my first time exhibiting there. It's actually for exhibitors it's 8 days because we have 1 day before the event starts to set up the Lego fan area, as it's called, and then yeah. So there, I think I only missed out 1 day. Yeah, so 7 days.
The marathon.
So, for a convention like that, since there's not a lot of AFOL activities, are you encouraged to kind of stay there and talk with the public a lot then every day? Is that mostly what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. We just we're near our own creations, and yeah, just answer questions. And it's a lot of the same questions at some point, but yeah, it's something you know beforehand. It's the way this event happens every year, so.
Mm-hmm. And that's interesting because. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say it's interesting because a lot of the conventions here in the U.S., I can name pretty much all of them. Quite a few builders, like the public, is like the worst part of the event for them, and they try to avoid interacting with the public whenever possible, or at least most of the public days that they go on, they're out doing something else or something with some friends at the event or something like that. So kind of dedicating the entire thing to the public like that, I don't know if that might not go over so well with some people.
No, it's not for every AFOL.
Yeah.
It's really a visitors event, and yeah, like I said, last year we had one AFOL evening where all the AFOLs got together, and we had a building competition, and there were some PowerPoint presentations about digital building and making your own instructions and stuff to kind of make that a bit more interactive. But mostly it's a visitors event, and yeah, be prepared to answer each question 1,000,000 times. it's crazy. They all want to buy what you have built. And, yeah. Also, there's a toy store at the event also. So quite often they'll ask you, "Can I buy it there?" And I'm like, no, it's what I built. Or you have some fun with them and tell them, yeah, you can buy it at the store, and then they go there and they can't buy it.
Oh, now you're just getting their hopes up and just setting them up for disaster there.
Yeah.
So that's really cool then. So that's kind of some about Lowlug. Is that then kind of the main lug that most people are part of? Are there other smaller ones around the country as well?
Yeah. Also in the Netherlands we have what's called, in Dutch it's called the bouwsteen. It loosely translates into the brick. Basically that's a club. So that has actual members, and they have more meetings, but I've never been part of that because I've only been in the online community. So yeah, they're also at the Lego World because we don't participate in Lego World as Lowlug. We participate in Lego World as AFOLs. So also people that aren't really part of Lowlug are members of the other club. Everybody just gets together. Just about AFOLs and not really about the team you're supporting.
That makes sense then.
Yeah.
So what's some of your personal history with Lego then? When did you first join the online community, and did you play with it as a kid?
Of course, as a kid I probably got into it, I think like when I was 3 or 4 years old. Got some of the old city sets, small construction vehicles, and kind of got into pirates a lot. A lot of pirate sets from the 90s. Also some 9-volt trains. I think it's called the freight runner or something. It's with the yellow engine and the blue post, the mail truck.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, like many AFOLs, I kind of went out of it when I got into high school. Entered my dark age there, and then
it's always high school, right?
Yeah, high school is a dark age. Or what was your question? And then, yeah, so when I got into my 20s, I kind of rediscovered it, bought some city sets, and rediscovered my old 9-volt train, and kind of started buying some second-hand stuff. Eventually discovered the online community. Yeah, that's the way I
Okay.
got into it.
What were some of the first places you found online when you first got back into the online community and out of your dark ages?
Yeah, because my train was one of the first things I discovered. I wanted to build a big train station, so I had to get bricks, and I didn't want to buy sets to get the bricks because I figured, there will be places where I can buy separate bricks. So first I discovered the Lego, the bricks and pieces. Did some orders there, and eventually I discovered this Dutch web shop that sells loose bricks, and through that I found out about Bricklink. So got into ordering at Bricklink because the Netherlands is actually in third place with the amount of Bricklink stores.
Oh wow, okay. So quite a few sellers to choose from in your area.
Yeah, because the
It
United
does
States.
seem like a hotspot for Bricklink sellers. It really does. Very popular.
Yeah, it's also because the Netherlands is quite small. Shipping is very easy, and I think that's one of the reasons that there are many.
You could
So-
just
I
have
myself have placed several orders from the Netherlands. It's off of Bricklink. It's just, lots of Bricklink sellers, yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of interaction between Bricklink sellers from the Netherlands and from Germany or other places within Europe. So some of the rarer pieces that you find in Germany also often make their way into the Dutch Bricklink store. Yeah.
The Netherlands is very popular for lots of international trade.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a hub.
It is definitely like a hub, yeah. It's kind of
near
amazing.
the port of Rotterdam, which is the biggest
Yes.
hub of
Mhm.
Europe.
So-
Certainly.
with so many sellers in a relatively small area there, do you ever meet anyone to buy things from on Bricklink? I don't know if you know anyone that has Bricklink stores near you within like
Yeah.
driving distance or anything.
I wouldn't really know. Yeah, driving distance within 20 minutes or half an hour. I wouldn't really know off the top of my head, but I know through Lowlug, I know many people that have Bricklink stores, bigger ones, smaller ones. I have a Bricklink store. I only sell some of the stuff that I don't use. It's not very big.
Well, that's the way to do it. Yeah, you can make a little side money there and help cover the costs of the hobby and everything with extra
Yeah.
minifigs or whatever it might be.
It is an out to your hobbies in. That's what I like to say about
Yeah.
Bricklink,
It's my excuse, I'd say.
Yeah. I'm going to buy a ton of these because I'm going to resell them on Bricklink,
Yeah.
and then it justifies everything.
Just buy a box of collectible minifigs instead of just one complete set.
Exactly. Because you're going to resell them.
Have them sitting on the shelf for a year.
Exactly.
I'm not really into making money from the selling. It's just an easy way also to get rid of some of the excess bricks I get through buying sets. There's always bricks that you don't really use that often or that much.
Yeah.
Easy way.
Does anyone ever set up trades or anything like that on the Lowlug forums or anything? Is that allowed, or what is that frowned upon to try to sell things or trade with other builders on there?
No, it's not frowned upon. We have a buying and selling section in the forums. You need to be on the forum for a certain amount of time. You have to have an X amount of posts to be allowed to start selling some stuff. Just some small stuff, selling one set to another person. Whenever people want to buy their entire collection, because that happens every now and then, we ask them to contact the team of moderators and admins to kind of set that up, because when you have one post that is 300 sets, it gets very messy.
Mm-hmm.
It goes out of control. So yeah, but it's just some small scale selling.
Okay.
Also, there's like a trading section for minifigs. It's not really used that much anymore at the moment, but it was active more active when the collectible minifigs started coming out in the beginning. Now everybody kind of has found his way to acquire the entire 16 minifig set.
At this point, you're just buying the entire set. You aren't looking for particular ones anymore.
No. Yeah, well, some of them still go to the stores and feel the packs. When we were at Lego World, some of the apples spent the entire afternoon at the toy store feeling the packs.
It's a great use of time.
Or was that the Huns? They had the special cape and the helmet. So everybody was trying to find the Huns.
Yeah. Very, very good use of time for sure. Yeah, you got to find the special minifigs.
Yeah.
So I think we wanted to make sure we talked about some of your builds. Then one really cool one you had done was the Hobbiton that I think is based off kind of the all the houses the hobbits lived in. So if you want to talk about that build a little bit and where you displayed that.
Yeah, that's my biggest creation so far, and I started it quite soon after I got into the community. I started with Bag End, where Frodo Baggins and Bilbo Baggins live. Just a small 32 by 32 creation, and over the last 3 to 4 years, it grew into the big Hobbiton creation that it is or was. So that was really my main build for the last couple of years. Every now and then I would build another section of always a combination of 1 or 2 base plates, make it grow, and at some point it went up, so there were more hobbit holes beneath the Bag End, and try to make it look as natural as possible. Because I mainly based it on the movie set in Matamata, New Zealand. Because the set is actually there, you can still visit it, and still looks like what is in the movie. So there's a lot of reference material also. Many tourists take many pictures, so every small detail is photographed. And it's very inspirational also. And actually, at some point, I also built a green dragon, the inn from Lord of the Rings movies.
Okay, yeah.
But I wasn't really satisfied with it, so I broke that down quite soon after I built it.
Maybe take another try at that sometime in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And also with Hobbiton is now only the section that I've built the last that remains. The rest of it's broken down. I still have it here somewhere. Oh, it's buried.
It turned out really good. I thought it's really, you definitely captured that look of the, like you were saying, the movie set they used, and obviously there's so many photos out there of it that it really helps with using that as source material. It definitely looks a lot like it, and that you got the paths going through. All that green, where'd you get all that green from? Was that Bricklink, or where'd you?
Several, Bricklink, of course, and one somebody's collection. Someone was selling his collection through our lug, and I bought all his green Lego pieces. So that got me started quite away. And because I said I built it over about 4 years, a period of 4 years. So every time I start a new section, I already knew ahead of time, because I already built another section, what amount of certain pieces I would need. I have many 1x2 brick, the slopes in there. So every time I would start a new section, I'd make an order ahead of building of 150 slopes to kind of get me going. And now my collection of green is quite substantial.
Yeah, you're like, just send me all the green from your collection, whatever you've got there, I'll take it all.
Swimming in the green.
Yeah, I'm swimming in the green. Yeah, and also different shades of green. At some point, I figured that the sand green slopes that would give a different texture to the hillsides. Kind of use the different colors also. So,
do you have some of the newer, like olive green or?
Olive green, also the cheese slopes in olive green.
Lego stores, right? Pick a brick wall.
Well, that's a funny story. We don't have a Lego store in the Netherlands.
Of course, no. France, right? Does Belgium have one?
Yeah, Belgium has one.
Belgium?
That's the closest one for me. And there's one in Oberhausen in Germany. That's then
Okay.
close to the east of the Netherlands.
I remember hearing when they decided to, because for the longest time it was Germany and the United States, and they had left out, they had none in Denmark outside of whatever is in Billund, and then they've kind of been expanding, but they haven't reached the Netherlands, you say?
Yeah, people have been debating about reasons. What I think
Yes.
the reason is that we have quite a high toy store density in in the Netherlands. There are toy stores all over.
Uh,
Too many
And
toy stores.
yeah, that might be a problem. And yeah, but I've been to several Lego stores and yeah, did some bulk purchases. And of course, we have the Lug Bulk.
of course.
So acquired some very useful pieces through that also.
It is a wonderful, wonderful program.
Yeah, yeah. I've got I don't know what number we're on now, but the current order is on its way, I hope.
Yeah, isn't that the best thing? It's like you just submit the order and then it shows up maybe like 8 months later, or maybe less time for you because it's so close to Denmark, but still, it's
Yeah, when you
interesting.
submitted the order, I think it was December, January. I don't even remember, and you have to pay at that time as well. So by the time you get the bricks, it's like it's a gift. It's like a present.
It really is, yeah. It's like the payment period and the receiving period is so far apart.
Yeah,
It's like you don't even associate. Oh, Lego, where'd this
yeah,
come from?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are hoping that it will arrive before Lego World because some of
Uh,
the bricks we ordered or I ordered can come in quite useful for some of the builds.
totally.
I'm
Mm,
hopeful that it will. But yeah,
very nice. Well, they need to get on that putting a Lego store in the Netherlands there. Maybe
yeah,
hopefully in the future find some spot that's a little underserved with the
yeah.
toy stores.
Amsterdam. I can't think of a reason why Amsterdam would not be the perfect place for a Lego store. It's the tourism in Amsterdam is increasing every year. So it's not only the Dutch that you're reaching with the store, it's people from all over the world that go to Amsterdam. And many big international companies like Apple and whatever, they all have the flagship stores in Amsterdam, but
Hmm.
not Legos, unfortunately.
I'm sure Lego will get the message soon enough, right? Fingers crossed, at least.
We have a few Lego specialized stores, and also some of them have a pick-a-brick kind of section going on, but yeah, it's a bit more expensive than the actual pick-a-brick often. Uh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just stick to buying almost everything on Bricklink and through the log bulk orders. Works best.
Yeah, that works well for you then.
Yeah, and also actually shipping from Germany or Belgium is also not very expensive. So there they have the Lego stores, so the Bricklink stores that fill up by buying at the Lego stores. We can do orders there.
Okay, well, that works well then. So then, looking forward to some of your stuff in the future. What's any builds or any big projects coming up in the future for you then?
Yeah, so we've got Lego World this year, so 2015. That's in October, and we've kind of been planning some layouts ahead. We're going to do some Viking, some Western, and so yeah, and Star Wars actually, because we have the Episode 7 this year.
Okay, yeah, get the big Star Wars collaborations going on.
Yeah. I did. If you check on my Instagram, there's a picture of a landing site that I'm building for the Millennium Falcon, and that's based on some images that leaked from the actual movie set in England, where they have some hangars that are covered by grass, and yeah, we don't know what it is yet in the movie, of course, but what you see is that there's a Millennium Falcon they built there, that landed there, I would suppose. So I built that out of Lego, and one of my friends has the UCS Falcon. We're going to modify that to an Episode 7 version.
Very cool, yeah. Get the
So
big
far,
giant Star Wars sets.
there's the radar dish that gets knocked off the Millennium Falcon in the Return of the Jedi. It's the round And in the teaser trailer of the new Star Wars movie, it's a square radar. Yeah, can't call it a dish anymore. So, so far that's the only big change. But yeah, we have to wait until the actual trailer to kind of see. We can make that a bit bigger and stuff.
Better reference materials.
Yeah, it's some more reference material of what is actually going on there.
Yeah.
For what type of minifigs I can put in the build. Because I don't really have a lot of Star Wars. Although I'm a big Star Wars fan, I don't have a lot of Star Wars Lego. I have only a few sets. So
they're not the best sets to buy if for a fan. I mean, unless you're really into the characters and the minifigures. But on a parts basis, they're kind of, because it's a licensed theme, right? Costs a little bit more.
Yeah, I would suppose it's a bit more expensive, but yeah, I like to build like scenery stuff. Also, that's why I built the landing site, and the sets never really have any scenery in them. Yeah, there's the Ewok village. I actually have that set, but yeah, many of the Star Wars sets are just
vehicles,
spacecraft, and
space. Yeah, it's all vehicles.
And there's a new version of the new version of the new version.
Oh, of course, yes. I have to have 25 of each different ones rendered out every year, a new set of the same thing.
Yeah, they'll end up having 25 different versions of the X-wing. It's a new one every year.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how their strategy at this point. It seems like.
Yeah, just
people keep buying them each time they release a new one. They're popular enough. Those super popular builds like that they've released a bunch of versions of. So
it's kind of the same cycle as they have with the police and firefighting sets. Every few years, there's the new kids. They'll want the same set, just re-release it. There's a police station every year, so I guess that works the same for the Star Wars sets now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So I guess if that works for them, they'll keep doing it. But that's some cool stuff. It sounds like you got coming down the line there. So that'll be at Lego World this year. Will you be at any other shows besides that?
We have the regular meetings, the Lowlug meetings. I'll be there. We have a small meeting coming up in May where there will be some public, some select people will be visiting to view the creations there. Yeah, I'm also in the process of writing my bachelor thesis and trying to graduate. So I'm not. Lego World is the
takes just a few minutes there, so
that'll take some free time away.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's of course Brick in UK.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it's December this year. Yeah, depending on how my school stuff is going, when I've graduated or when I have the time, I might try to go there. It's not far away. Yeah. Unfortunately,
you could go there in a lot of different ways too. You could fly. You could take a ferry. You could you take the Eurostar, right? If you really wanted to. Yeah.
Flying is actually the best, I think.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a massive event. I would totally, if I was anywhere near that, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. And then there's also the yearly the Lego Fan Weekend event, which you also discussed with Are.
Oh yeah.
I've been there twice. I'm not going there this year because that is right in the period where I'm supposed to be graduating. So that's
conflicts, unfortunately.
Yeah. That is.
Now, in previous years, it was hosted by the Lego's community engagement team, correct? And then this year, it's changing hands.
Yeah. Initially, the event was founded by Jan Beyer. I don't know exactly what Lego's complete involvement was then, but for the last couple of years, it was a collaboration between the Lego group and the Danish Lug. And now it's only the Danish Lug because Lego found that after the 10th event, which was last year, they want to kind of try and see if they can reach out to more people than only there at the very small town in Denmark.
Well, what is the proximity of the town to Billund itself?
To Billund, it's a 1-hour drive. So
Okay.
for American
Pretty
standards, that's quite close by.
So for someone that hasn't been to, from everything I've heard, a wonderful event. What is it like? What was your experience like?
Well, the first time I went, I didn't know what to expect. I drove up to Denmark from the Netherlands with a friend. It's about a 6 or 7 hour drive for me, which is also quite acceptable. We arrived there, and it's a very small Danish, a very typical Danish town, and the event is held in the community center. They have 2 big gyms next to each other, where all the creations are set up, and then it's Friday you arrive, you set up, and Saturday and Sunday there's the public viewing, so the local people, the families, they come and view the creations. And but it's a very international event for such a small event. People from all over the world, from Hong Kong, Brazil, all over Europe.
1 or 2 Americans?
Yeah. Bill Ward.
Bill Ward, of course.
He was there last year. Yeah. Supposed to. Yeah. Some Canadians also. And so yeah, that was really why it was a little bit of a special event, because it really attracted a lot of people from quite long distances. There were people that drove 2 days. Yeah,
because that's a really wide array of people. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they want to try to keep it alive. So I guess the Danish lug is now trying to keep it going, and I think it'll be successful because the cottages were already booked in December, I think.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be
But you can sleep in the grass if you still want to go.
Yeah, there's like camping ground, I think, so you can set up a tent if you want.
Oh,
there's
wow.
also some hotels and bed and breakfast type things in the area. It's it's really a fun event. It would be a shame if it would really disappear from the Lego scene.
Yeah,
I always wonder why. Sorry.
Sorry, yes.
No, I always wonder. It really is. It's almost like the most biggest like event or whatever in proximity to Billund. So it just seems to like that just international audience. It's like unparalleled. You know, a lot of people really do like refer to it. It is like one of the biggest or like most highly regarded like gatherings of Lego fans like really anywhere. It's just remarkable.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think that might be shifting to Billund when the what's it called, the new house they're building, the Lego house.
Oh.
So I've also visited that when we were in Scareback. We also went to Billund, and so when that's finished, I suppose they might do some events there.
That would be crazy.
There's Legoland in Billund, and also they have this cottage area thing, so there's facilities to host such an event are there. So yeah, would be fun to have it at the headquarters of Lego.
That would be awesome.
That's a really nice town.
Oh god, yeah, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so some cool stuff going on with the events there. That's nice. So at least you can make it to 1 or 2 events then throughout the year, and your school schedule doesn't completely take over.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Within the Netherlands because it's close by, but internationally speaking, it's more of a challenge. I intend to, after I graduate, I intend to go to Australia and New Zealand, and I'm going to see if I can combine that with some events there. So I'm gonna have to see.
There are a couple events in Australia I'm aware of. I think 1 or 2 are going on in these weeks right now, right?
That was possible, yeah. And I believe Christchurch in New Zealand, they have one event each year there. So yeah.
The Lego community down under.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the main things that I like about Lego. The building is nice, but the community is, yeah. I think the community is what keeps it going for me. Every time I go to a meeting or a convention or whatever, an event, yeah, it's so inspirational and yeah.
If it's kind of like waning on you, like you're sort of losing interest in the hobby, and then you go to one of those events, yeah, it's like it sort of brings you back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Very cool. So I think to finish it out for us tonight then, do you have a dream Lego set that you've always wanted Lego to make at any point?
Yeah, there's one Lego set I thought of. Or it's not a set yet. There's Mount Rushmore in the United States, and I really like
Okay.
to see that in a Lego set, kind of, yeah, I don't know, like an architecture type of set. Because I've seen Mount Rushmore in Legoland, the old version and the new version. Because the new version is completely computer generated and built. The old version had a bit more, yeah, I think it was really handmade. And I've actually visited Mount Rushmore, so yeah, I thought that'd be something
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, that would be very cool. I've had a chance to visit there as well myself, so I think it would be it's one of those just really impressive things. You don't forget it when you see it. It's just very
No.
unique, and seeing the massive faces,
Yeah.
that would be really cool if they made something like that. I don't know, like a UCS version with 5,000 pieces could be cool.
Yeah, well, I think they have designers that are creative enough to, yeah, to make something out of that. Should be possible, I think.
I
I've
think
actually,
so.
I've also been to Crazy Horse.
Okay.
That's the big like mountain sculpture for with the Indian on the
Yeah.
horse. And I tried to build that out of Lego, and it worked quite well. Both Mount Rushmore should be possible as well.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Maybe something to look forward to in the future then. I think we can. The designers need to get on prototypes for that at least, so they make a good effort at it.
Maybe I should make an yeah, try and build something. Get it on Lego Ideas, maybe that would work.
Hmm. Yeah, and actually that's the kind of project that could be pretty cool as well. If you get the right kind of build and get the right kind of publicity, I could easily see that getting the 10,000 votes. Now,
Yeah.
Lego actually making that is a different story, but I think people
Who
could vote for
knows?
that.
We must try.
Hmm. Well, very cool. So something cool to look forward to there then. And I think that about wraps it up for us tonight, Lars. It was great talking with you. Thanks so much for joining us on the show tonight. Really enjoyed having you on.
Thank you.
And I wanted to remind you to check out the Brick Builders Club at brickbuildersclub.com. You can start receiving your monthly box of really cool Lego content like custom stickers, custom pieces, and even some cool Lego t-shirts. So that's brickbuildersclub.com. Check them out. I'll have a link in the description of this video. And I'd encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube page here at Beyond the Brick as well. If you want to keep up to date with all of our latest videos, all our latest episodes and convention videos, make sure you don't miss any of those. And we'll have a lot of cool content coming to you soon from some cool conventions over the summer here. So definitely don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.